Hello, everyone. This is Jarek with Allegedly Sober, and I just wanted to start recording today and share a tool that I have half discovered and half helped create. Kind of a combination of a bunch of different ideas combined with my own to create a technique to help deal with anxiety, stress, and depression. This tool is not going to be helpful to make your dreams come true or to accomplish or to do anything. This tool is only applicable if you have an unwanted feeling that you first want to get rid of before you continue on with whatever you want to do with your life. And I'm going to present this tool in the form of a guided meditation. So wherever you are listening, standing, working, sitting, doing nothing, try and get to a centered mindset. You can close your eyes if you want to, but you don't have to. Okay, so let's just take a second and bring our attention to what's happening inside of us. Just take a sec, however long that takes. Just notice what's currently happening. What thoughts are you having? What emotions are you feeling? What are you seeing? Just notice. No need to describe, no need to fix, no need to change. Just notice. And one of the first things that I like to acknowledge when I go into any type of meditation is my thought patterns. If you bring your attention to your thoughts, one of the first things you'll probably notice is that it's not you that's doing them. It's not you that's making them happen. You're not creating the thoughts in a sense. They're just kind of happening like your heartbeat. They just kind of go on without you doing anything about it, and you can't make them stop, and you can't make them go faster. They kind of just react to what you're currently doing, like just like how your heart would. If you start to run, your heart will go faster. If you sit and do nothing, your heart will slow down. And another thing I like to acknowledge is your attention. What is your attention currently on? Can you notice that it bounces around from different places? Can you notice that sometimes your attention is on my voice, and sometimes it's on your thoughts, and you can't even hear my voice? And sometimes it's on what's happening currently in front of you, and you can't hear your thoughts or my voice. Or sometimes it's on your body, and that's what you're experiencing. One thing I like to acknowledge is that it's not you that's pointing this attention. It's not you that's saying, I'm going to place my attention here, and it's going to stay there, and that was me that did that. Notice how it is somewhat sporadic in the way that it finds whatever it's interested in and focuses in on that. The reason I like to acknowledge those is so that you are not attached to what is happening. You notice your thoughts happening and you notice your attention happening, but you are just sitting there peacefully doing nothing. Okay, now that we are in this place, I am going to read off a couple different phrases or buzzwords. My reasoning behind doing this is to try and cause an emotion in you. I want to cause some anxiety or some stress or bring up something that is a recurring thought pattern for you. So as I read these, notice what emotion gets brought up, and even encourage it. Encourage that emotion to get brought up. Okay, here they are. Deadline. Paying rent. Ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend. Why wasn't I able to? Betrayal. Trust. Divorce. My job. How could they do that? Lawyers. Why did I say that? Lost. What if I mess this up? What if this never goes away? I don't deserve what I have. Helpless. Failure. Ruined. It can never go back to the way it was. I am what I hate. Okay, hopefully as I read those off, you were able to discover some sort of emotion that you do not want. And I just want to ask you to hold that there. Whatever story is going on in your mind, let that story just continue. There's no need to try and fix or to try and correct or to try and change like how we normally do. That's normally what we do when we run into these emotions. We try and fix it and we try and change it and say how we try and justify it. Obviously that hasn't worked, so let's go ahead and try something else. Now that we have that emotion, don't let it slip away. Let you feel it. Let it be there. Treat it as if it were your friend. Let's go into that emotion. Let's go say hi to it. And as we do this, our mind may continue to try and return to a place of trying to fix or to try and change. Just let that happen. It's not even fully in your control that that's happening, but just go into the emotion, fully experience it. Let it be where it is without any trying to reject it or change it. And this may take some time to dissolve, but after doing this, sometimes instantly this will happen. When you go into the emotion, it will dissolve, and then you can't find it anymore. You can't, no matter, you keep trying to tell yourself the story, but it's not coming back. It's not there anymore. So if this happens, then the next step, this is the final step, and this is the most important step in my opinion. Try and suffer. Try and continue to suffer right now. Whatever that emotion was, try and bring it back. Can you? That anxiety, that deep stress, that depression, that thing that you cannot solve, let it come back. Let it come back as many times and as often as it would like. And then once it disappears, try and bring it back. Can you? Can you think of a certain story that will bring it back? If you continue this process you will eventually come to the conclusion that there's nothing to be afraid of within this emotion that you've been trying to change and trying to fix. There's nothing unpleasant about it until you reject it. And the part of inviting it back in, trying to make it come back over and over, doing that proves to yourself that there's nothing to fear. Because even when you try as hard as you can, you still can't. You still can't suffer from it. Even when you go directly towards it, even when you charge the enemy, there's nothing unpleasant about that feeling. And I presented this as a guided meditation so that you could really get to a place of stillness before you tried this. But now that you have it, if it worked for you, you notice that you can actually do this whenever you want. You don't have to be meditating or doing anything. Anytime you notice an emotion that you don't want, that usually sparks a train of thoughts. Sparks a train of like, I need to justify this. I need to make this okay somehow. But if you just let those thoughts go about doing what they want, because you can't stop them, and go into it, just fully experience it. It's very interesting, these negative emotions. They actually have a very interesting feel to them. Like, if you've ever tasted old wine or something, there's a intricacy to it. Or like if you've tasted some higher class, more hoppier beers, there's like a bitterness to them, but there's a interesting side to them, which if you can get over the bitterness of it, then you can start to appreciate the complexity of it. And that's how I feel about these negative emotions. Okay, that's it. Thank you for listening. I hope this is able to help if you have an issue with this. If not, then keep doing what you're doing. All right, guys, have a good one.